Good afternoon, collective energy reading. Please only take what resonates, leave the rest for the best, should I say, channeled message. And you know the channeled messages are not always so quick. So if you lot are quick to go and don't want the full message, sorry. It's only the best who's going to get the rest. We're in Joshua. Each and every day I keep getting a scripture, and the scripture's leading to understanding. It's unchancing. So it's the act of sin. So anybody who's put up or done the act of sin to you, to be able to corrupt or even take an entire community, to hinder them in any specific way, to try and get a true victory for themselves, for their own fulfillment, and not for personal gains. It's always just to start with a little desire. So this could be desiring just to be in lustful ways, going out partying, being disruptive, no manners, no respect, trying to dismantle, causing confusion, strifes. And it always starts with a desire. Such things as doing all of those things, ladies, men, Jezebels, succubus spirits, leading to them to a path of destruction, 111. So that could be a divine partner, a person that you really care about and love and cherish. But they're getting justice, and it was going to be God's justice, and it's going to demonstrate it in some serious ways, because it's the seriousness of their sins. So depending on what they've done, how they done it, where they done it, who they done it with, what parties they had associating and felicitating alongside them doing. And it was the importance of being true. So they didn't have that importance of being true to you and showing your true divine self. They was always out there looking for something else to do good. So when you're doing good, good will follow. But they was always doing it for the bad. So they thought they was doing it for the good, but it was always doing it for bad. So they don't realise that the sins, what they've been doing, all the badness is going to start following them. Just from the way how they treated people. They wouldn't want people to treat them like that. Whether they agreed with them or disagreed with the individual, they chose to lie or participate and practice and do other things for the best for their own needs, and didn't look at the effect that it was having on others. But it comes in, so 222, you find that balance, and info comes in fast, like the Knight of Swords, new ideas and new concepts. So they might want to come in fast with some new ideas and new concepts towards you, and smile, because it's an act of service. So just king your teeth and just listen, grind yourself. And it's due to the fact that they was being unfaithful to others, and they was devoted to things of many kinds just to cause this destruction that cannot be redeemed or used for personal gain. And it was a principle that cause effect, so it's got effects with it. So it causes with good and bad effects, and it creates consequences from those actions that they was taking against you, which has now led them to cause effects of the future influences that they've got on what it can impact their life experiences, making them feel unable or disabled to be able to transform, to have that spiritual growth, to come back better, correct? But it all just depends on that individual person. So however they are doing it, but you're just sitting there far away from these effed up people and just observing. 3, 2, 4. What you didn't know is that the angels have got your back, and they're making you stay far from effed up people, and they're here to help you from your prayers. So karma has come from their actions, taken positive or negative from those effects, from the words used or the actions, or a lack of the actions taken through their own intentions. That is disregarded for them to be able to reflect now perfectly to their spirit and their energy that invoked them and made them feel like it was good, or their mind through their experiences and the choices that they made. This has been their catalyst for their learning, for their spiritual growth, as well as yours, because it ricocheted you to learn, and it ricocheted them to learn, because you get a runner and a chaser, and then you're an empress, so you just sitting there nicely. Let them chase, because you're just attracting, and they will give up. They'll even give up the kids, because you're a daughter value. So they will go anything to sell you out, just to sell them out, or just to gain certain specific things. For both parties involved, so this could be a feminine could give up her kids just to go to get that daughter value. The masculine could leave his partner to go to somebody else and give them a daughter value. And this could be a mental and physical actions, what they was taking. So the consequences are now going to follow, because it's laws of cause and effect. And now they're finding the goal to minimize or accumulate more positive karma. As what goes around comes around, what goes up must come down. And baby, they're at the stone of that quarries now. So now they have to look at the root. They've got to look at the root cause of that problem. And it's took them way to look, and they feel defeated. They're not feeling good. Now they're feeling failure due to the fact that judgments come in. Because they was creating opportunities and utilising it for their own gains. Whereas you're creating your opportunities. And to be able to free, to be raising your vibration, to be able to inspire and letting other people have an understanding and knowledge of cause and effect, of how things can affect and create distance between two people. So now that they're not happy and it's made you not feel happy, and you've gone through your fearing process, but you got guided and protected because you was divinely guided by the spirit guides and the ancestors, because they've got your back. So now they've got to ask the Most High to be able to grant them serenity, to be able to accept the things that they cannot change by gaining courage and wisdom in order for them to know better, in order for them to do better by you. And until they can do that, they've got to go through those transformations and changes. So now they're at the art of the meeting fear and losing you. So they're fearful now due to the fact that if they lose you, because you're the best thing that they ever had. Because baby, you're the best. Baby, you're the best they ever had. So remember that. So now they're going through certain consequences, which is making them feel that they want to get from that place. They're at that 10 now. They're getting to that point where they need to know that karma's taken place and they want to go. So now they're face down, feeling like they're all knowing and folding. They're not too sure what's happening. They want to fold. Their face is flat down on the floor. They're praying to the Most High God. They're looking for the repentance now because they played with the covenant that they had with you. And that was your relationship. The lie, cheater, slept with a friend. Now they're wanting to come and humble themselves back towards you. Now they're throwing the dust to their hands. And they're in sorrow, identifying and recognize the gravity of the situation. Going towards to be able to move to those lower earthly states and thinking that going out, partying, riches, lifestyle, lying, cheating, committing adultery, abuse, physical, mental, dismantling, not to make you feel worthy, leaving you left out in the cold, with your back up against the wall, not knowing what to do, until you have to realise, and they're realising the seriousness, because you're done with lies now, fully done with these lies. And you're raw and authentic. And that's most probably the things that they can't deal with and take. That you're raw and you're real and you're authentic. But continuously being real and raw and authentic, because you're not tolerating no crap off nobody. So through all them actions taken, it was being drawn to a path of destruction instead of your good godly ways. So they didn't want to come to your ways in the spirit and moving with the divine. They wanted to be continuously taken in the earthly riches, moving with unsociable people who's not got their best interests at heart but want to eat off them, suck them dry, take them to places and put them in situations that they wouldn't actually be put in or take. So now they can't deal and they're drawn to you because your spirit and your energy is a good spirit and energy. It's loving, it's caring, it's compassionate. You're the one who helps, supports, teaches, enables, assists. And now they want to show good works to you. But it could have been alcohol, bringing an emotional ether spirit towards them. Like al-kutul, body entering spirit. So jinn, spiritual, earthly, alchemist, esoteric spirits working magnetic fields against them, ricocheting them to repel, to not be able to be good. So now they're giving them a profound understanding to come to the liberation due to the suffering from being deceitful towards you. So now they're getting all of that hurt and that pain that's going to the self, that's going having that death card, that transformation for judgment to be able to take place. Now they're on their knees, they're praying, they're asking for the rebirth. So the reality is kicking them in their face. So they're now like asas. Now they are in a grief, and they're only being in contentment and staying to your side because they want to come to you because you're full of contentment. Now you're in the side of River Jordan. They're not able to cross. Spirit won't let them cross until they done right, because they've just done all self-destruction. And for them to come near you, they're going to bring all of that destruction to you. So until they've dealt with their situation, gone through their things, the Most High says no. They're not regarding them. You've got to wait there. You've got to refine. You've got to restore. They didn't know better. So they wasn't able to do better. And they was moving like a page in that low matter state. And it don't matter what age they are. They could have been 20, they could have been 30, they could have been 40, they could be 50. Even them older people, they're worse off. The older they are, Anyone past the age of 45, they're the worstest ones. They're the worst ones to be able to change. When you're working with adults and you're supporting adults, they already feel and know, because they're put in their low state of matter. Nobody can't take them. They ain't growing up yet. They still want to live their life. They still want to party like they're still back in 1999, and they're not. So they've got to take all of that stuff what self-destroyed them, and it's breaking them, because they broke the covenant from those influencers who snared bad and evil and occupying lies to be able to hinder their ability as well as your ability, as well as you two moving forward. So they gave you, like that was 7 there that I seen, then they gave you an insight to completion to be able to keep on moving forward, because it was coming with swords and all those lies to be able to hinder you. But it was only producing no value, nor no contribution. It didn't even make them feel good. Just beseeching their sacred space. So because that led them to do all that, it came with all these consequences and for burdens for their things what they did. And the initiate process is any part of the secret is knowledge of Sophia, the power of wisdom, and that comes from within. 1111. And because they wasn't universally aligned, and they wasn't obtaining the power, whereas you was obtaining your power over all kinds of matter and energy by developing it with your will, in order for you to obtain the full control over all the elements of the kingdom and nature. So knowing that no weapons formed against you shall not prosper. Anybody coming to seek destruction near your dwelling, the Most High is going to put them away. He's going to take you out of these waters, because he knows those deep waters was so deep and you weren't swimming in that. So he drawed you out. So you know you are capable of overcoming everything, even including karma. Because karma's good karma, karma's bad karma, but you're going to identify, you're going to recognize, you're going to realize, make any positive, significant changes. When you start asking yourself why, the Most High God's going to show you. And it's going to may want to build up your family, may want to build up certain things, but you're not going to be able to do it until you go God. So when you start joining with your families, you've got to make sure you're doing it in the rightful way. And this person may want to come back and join families with you and honour you and show you gratitude, to be able to speak up and tell you what they really want and how they really feel and what they've actually done. But they've got to be able to do that before they can come to you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because you'll be on your new paths to making those positive changes for what you're needing. Because you're not having nobody coming in there hiding. And it's the truth that you need. Because they sinned against you. You already know this. You already seen it. And they did it for wealth, for worldly good, for status, covetousness, accomplishing by envy, crawling through influences of anger and excessive disorders, for wealth and possessions, such as houses, cars, clothes, girls, change clothes and hoes. That's what they was doing. But it was a wrong for themselves. So this is where they face these spiritual consequences, and social judgments were taking place. So anywhere they go in, people are seeing it. People are seeing their losses of their blessings, what they upholded and they had. Because when you was by their side, they looked a bit more better, they looked a bit more stronger, things was a bit more easy, there was a bit more softer. But due to all their lies and their actions taken away, they can't deal now. They don't even know how to respond, or they don't even know how to keep on moving, because they've got lack of devotion within inside of them. And the desires for those personal things and the plans, what they was trying to gain, and their principles, they've changed it. Their thought process is different now. Now they're gaining this hope for restoration, because that's needed. Both ways, due to the benefits of the things that they did for their own possessions. It wasn't benefiting equal balance. It wasn't an equal give and take. And that's why they have to turn back now. They've got to turn back, and they want to turn back and run, because they know you're not tolerating no crap. And they know that they destroyed everything that they had. So now they've got to come back and rebuild. So until they come back and let go of those karmic patterns, their karmic ways of self-destruction, now the spiritual team's working on them. So they're coming to offering sacrifices, to set something apart, to include you into this. And it's showing their devotion, because they want to show you love and devotion. They want to make this a lifetime thing. They want to make it legitimate. So they may want to come with marriage. But you have to be careful, because they may be under spell work. They didn't want to make moves for illusions. So until they leave all that and come out of their deceitful ways, they can't do that, because there's a party animal. And they love to dress up and let loose. So when they're dressing up and letting loose, They're letting loose in all different directions. That means it could be taking alcohol, DRGS, sex, doing certain specific things that's ungodly, unrightful, all for fame, for status. But now nobody's wanting them, nobody needs them. So they're all getting dismantled in their own specific ways, 15-15. But just know, either you or those who are making these changes that are necessary at this time in order for your growth, for your spiritual growth, transformation, inner standing, to be able to overstand situations. But trust the space you are making is creating room for abundance. So continuously creating it free. You'll continuously gain in that abundance. See what my box says. See if anything aligns. See what Spirit's got to say. They see the ripple effects of your shifts. You make the transformation. So you continuously making those transformations, because as you transform, they're going to transform. So they're going to have to make these shifts because they see and identify their sins, their wrongs. They know that they was doing wrong. So they've got to come back to proper. I forgive you so I can move forward. So you forgive this person in order for you to be able to move forward, because you're doing it for both of you. We're better out here. We're not bitter. Continuously being better. We're just releasing any trauma, any hurt, any pain to keep moving forward. Social media, look, you just may see some info. It's vital. This came out prior before, so you may need to find some information on social media. This person could find some information on you. You never know. Try and grab these because some of them are stuck together. Put my P-U-S-S-Y in his face like the way I wind on it. So somebody put their P-U-S-S-Y in your partner's face the way they wind on it. And that's what they did. I can't believe these effing clowns. Nor can I, because of Jezebels. Genuine and heartfelt. This time you're just genuine and you do things heartfelt. So you could have felt that within your heart, which made you, that person, feel the ripple effects from your shift and make the transformations needed. I'm going to do everything the devil don't like. So now they're ready to do everything the devil don't like, or you're doing everything the devil don't like. 777, self-discovery. Tune out of distractions. Personal growth. Raise your consciousness. Relationships. Let go of toxic people. Harmony and aligned. So you're just letting go of any toxic relationships, creating your harmony, staying or being aligned. Or this person is now gaining self-discovery and tuning out of distractions for their own personal growth, to be able to raise their frequency and to be able to come with positive relationships and letting go of toxic people, to be able to come and give you harmony and making things be aligned. Listen to the dream, clairvoyant, knowledge. Well, I did used to listen to the dream clairvoyant, but some readers, you listen to them and you go off them, just saying like this person was going off that person, because I don't really listen to it like that anymore. See war, send love, compassion and peace within you. Everyone and everything, do it. All obstacles removed. Ashe to that.